Question. Would it be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored?
Yes, absolutely. I don't like spending time alone. At some point in my life, I really thought I liked spending time alone, but then it turned out I don't like spending time alone. I was just too afraid to spend time with other people because I didn't know how to be social, so I'd spent a lot of time by myself because it was scary to talk with other people. But then I realized that I freaking love spending time with people. It's one of my favorite things to do. So yeah, that's fun.
Social anxiety, the things that stops us in our tracks and makes us completely unable to do the things that we want to do. Because, you know, we are tiny little creatures who are afraid of the world around us. But today, I am here to give you the cure. Actually, I don't really have a cure, but I am going to tell you a little bit about my own experiences with introvertedness, social anxiety, and those sorts of feelings. To give you a little backstory to who I am, my name is Furryfoofi, I am a blue dog, I bark, I wag, and in a time span where I was around 16 to 20 years old, I was spending a lot of time by myself. Like a lot of time by myself. Like, oh my god, there was so much time that I spent by myself. And I was terrified. I was terrified of trying to be social because I didn't feel comfortable around the people that were around me. And of course, when it feels like you have nothing in common with the people around you, or it feels like you can't talk openly about the stuff that interests you, it gets lonely, and it's not fun to be around. So what changed? That's what we're gonna talk about right here, and I'm going to give you all 7 tips on how to maybe become more extroverted. Anyways, that's the backstory. Today we are here with Biscuit and Mofucha. How do I pronounce your name?
Mofucha! No, it's Mofucha.
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 It's Mofucha.
Mofucha, okay, are we ready?
I'm a good boy.
Very good. Tip number 1. Ask questions. People love to talk about themselves. Like, we love it. I love it. And the thing is, you can use this information to gain friends yourself. If you walk up to people and ask them questions about themselves, there's a huge chance that they might start talking with you. And as you manage to genuinely take interest in what they are saying, they will start feeling a bond of companionship towards your existence. Hopefully. Maybe. That's what you're hoping for, at least. So to give you a demonstration. Hello, Mofucha. Mofu. How are you doing today? Hello.
Oh, I'm doing fabulously. I'm doing
great. Oh shit,
great.
You're doing fabulously? Oh my gosh, why
yeah. Yeah. Do you want to know what I did this morning?
Great today? Oh hell yeah!
Alright, well, I woke up, watched some Dora the Explorer, we figured out her adventure, and then I made some homemade cheese.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Do you watch a lot of Dora the Explorer?
Oh, yeah, Dora the Explorer. Oh, yeah, I watch it all the time. I had a crush on Diego when I was -7 years old, but now I'm too old. Why does it sound like I'm crying? I'm sorry.
Tip number 2. Learning how to listen. Learning how to listen have been one of the most, useful things for me ever. Because when you are able to listen to what other people are saying, and when you are able to genuinely care about what they are saying, you create such a beautiful and bonding interaction. One thing that people do sometimes is that they end up in more of a shouting competition. You know, I love talking about myself, so I start talking about myself to Biscuit, and then Biscuit also loves talking about himself, so he starts talking about himself to me. And what we're doing is we're shouting over each other instead of trying to actually listen to each other. And that's the part. Listening to each other is way more important than shouting to each other. Because when you're just shouting different things to each other, and you're thinking more about the next thing you're gonna say, rather than trying to show genuine interest in what the other person is talking about, what happens then? Do you know what happens then?
I'm not gonna lie, I just had a complete brain fart.
Yeah, same. That's why I tried to lay it over on you.
Yeah, I am so sorry. I had a whole thing. I was like, oh, I got, and then boom, I was like, oh, performance anxiety. I swear this doesn't happen all the time. It's the first time. Using active listening is great because whenever you're talking to somebody, you're actively listening. You're honed in on what they're saying and you're understanding what they're saying. You're empathizing with what they're putting out. So if someone's talking about something, and let's say it's something about a car or a truck or a video game or something, leading up with a question to show that hey, I'm listening and the conversation that we're having I find is valid. It shows that you find the conversation to be not boring, or oh god, I don't know the words.
I don't know them. Brain smooth.
I got the smoothest brain and it's got a dent.
Going in with the mindset that you should listen instead of talking has been a very, very useful thing for me, personally at least, but yes.
It's kind of like the golden rule with do unto others as you want to do unto yourself, right? So same thing with a conversation. You put in what you want out of it. So if you want the other person to be receptive to what you're saying, then you need to be receptive to them. You need to understand what they're saying. And there can always be disagreements, and there can also be conversations that turn sour, but you just roll and go.
Tip number 3. Everyone are an interesting person. That's another mindset that has been very useful for me to use. When I've been going into conversations with people, I always try to think that everyone I'm talking with might be sitting on a very, very cool story, and everyone that I'm talking with are a really, really interesting person.
Yes, that's absolutely true. Everyone has different life experiences and comes from different backgrounds and different walks of life. So going into a conversation is always it's always great because you don't know what you're going to get out of it. And from that individual, you might learn something from them or just a really cool story from that individual.
Yeah. This also means that you yourself is also an interesting person. So just keep that in mind. Or actually don't keep that in mind because you should keep other people in mind. But you're all very wonderful people. So, yes. And if you're able to really listen to what people have to say and really, really be there for them, you can end up with a lot of friends. Ooh. Tip number 4. One thing that's very nice is, asking questions to people and talking with people and asking a lot of questions. But there's the flip side to that as well. Try to not be too much of an interviewer. Sometimes if a conversation gets too stale, it might maybe feel like they're more at a job interview than anything else. And that can also not be good. That being said though, it's way better to have a conversation going than it is to have no conversation going at all if you're very new to everything. So don't worry if some conversation might end up like that, because you have so many opportunities out there. There's so many opportunities. You're gonna have more chances, so don't worry if you make any mistakes. It's all good. We all make mistakes. I make tons of mistakes all the time. But to show you an example, hey Biscuit, how old are you?
28.
Cool. Where do you work? What's your job?
I'm an air traffic controller in the Army.
Cool. Do you like food?
Love it, especially the pasta kind and pizza kind and the kinds that you get from fast food restaurants.
Very epic. How tall are you?
5'8".
Oh, whoa. Okay, I don't know if that was a very good tip. But anyways, over to tip number 5. Tip number 5. Not everyone wants to be your friend. And that is okay. Sometimes there are gonna be people that you walk up to, you try starting a conversation with, and they're just not responsive to anything you're saying. And that's okay. Sometimes there are people who just are going to dislike you, and there's not much to really do with that, except try again and again. Because you have many, many opportunities, many chances, and it's just to fail, do it again, and yes.
You won't always run into people that are receptive to a conversation or to making new friends, which isn't bad. Don't ever take it hard. It's okay. There are more people out there. There's more people that are probably better to have a conversation with. Because if someone's gonna be kind of a jerk or mean or just doesn't have the time, then they probably don't deserve your attention anyway.
Hey.
Yes, and if someone's not willing to put in the time, it's not worth it. Find other people.
Tip number 6. Don't give up. Just don't give up. Don't give up. There's no need to give up. It's kind of a part of life to fuck. That too, but that's not what I was in.
Make sure you get consent for that.
Yeah, you need consent for that part. That's very important.
Tip number 6. Don't give up. Because overall, we are just 3D models in a VR game, and you shouldn't cry about polygons if they leave you.
I'm a fucking beautiful polygon. You don't fucking tell me that, alright? I'm a fucking princess.
Over the course of the past 2 years, I've made so many friends, I've lost so many friends, and I've made new ones, I've lost new ones. It's kind of a part of life, your friendshipness, it kind of rolls around. It's weird, right?
It's kind of normal to go through friends groups. At least I know for myself, I think I get into a new friend group about every year to as soon as 6 months. But I mean, that's just kind of just how life is. You find things that are more not more interesting, but you develop interests that this old group of friends might not have. But hey, you find some other guys or girls that have the same interests that you have. So you're just always an ever evolving and ever changing part of life.
Yeah, it's like a natural rotation of life.
Yes. And for tip number 7, I forgot to write something, so do you have any ideas?
Don't put your kinks out there on the table, alright? Just don't do that. Don't immediately start RPing somebody in the DMs, okay?
Yeah, exactly. You do it in person.
You do it in person!
Tip number 7, be nice to people.
Don't expect shit.
Yeah, that as well.
You shouldn't put expectations onto someone whenever you're having a conversation. One, the other individual isn't going to know what expectations that you have from. It's unhealthy to them. It's also unfair for yourself because you're automatically limiting yourself because you're expecting something out of somebody that has no idea what to expect, so to speak. You should never put expectations onto somebody.
Tip number 8, bonus tip. You need to believe in yourself. You're all very, very beautiful creatures. creatures. And you need to have trust and faith in yourself. You can do the things. You are amazing. And you can make all the friends. Because making friends is very, very fun. And it's a beautiful thing. You can meet very beautiful creatures, very beautiful floofs. Boop. And yes, so using the power of friendship and magic, it's time to go out there in the field and apply these 8 tips that we've done here today. Actually, we're just gonna do chaotic things. Yes, let's go.
Oh my god.
Which is unfortunate.
Hello.
No copyright.
Avatar. Oh my god, it's so cute.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You're cool. I like you. You're my friend now.
Thank you.
See, guys, it's that easy to make friends. You guys are pathetic. See, look at me being sexy as fuck. Friend.
Yes, friend.
Is that Paul Blart Mall Cop?
I'm here to take you horny jail.
Oh no.
There's plenty of spaces in this mall's horny jail.
Oh,
Fucking shit.
I think I found a furry.
Cool. I sent you a request. Let me just quickly.
I think I found one too.
Oh god. Oh no. No. Oh my god.
Oh my god. What's up with the internet?
Gamers, we have made at least one friend here today, but we need to make even more friends. We should go to a public furry world
Yeah.
and
You know what?
And
That
start.
would make more sense.
Yeah. yes.
A lot more sense. See, I had good luck with the first one. A lot of good
Yes.
luck. That's never
Yeah.
happened to me before. People have told me to just eat shit, but that was like really lucky.
Wait. Hold up. Did you make this because of the fucking hashtags yesterday on Twitter? The fucking jacket, yeah. I saw it was Goth IHOP and fucking Femboy Hooters were both fucking trending on Twitter yesterday. Ooh,
Yeah,
I'll give you all the biscuits. Time to go to Neverland.
yes.
Let's go to Neverland, buddy.
Take me
Where
to
you'll
the
never
ranch
grow up.
upstate.
So as you can tell, you can make so many friends. We made at least one today, so that's pretty good. I would say that's a pretty good conversion.
Sorry, we can make so many friends. We made one. That's so funny. But
Point
in
is-
the end,
Yes. No, go.
but you know what? Making friends is honestly one of the best feelings in the world. Of course, there are going to be some downsides to it, but like that's life. Just know if someone's not putting in the time to be your friend, don't feel bad about it. There's going to be so many people, so many other people you can be friends with. Just go along with it. Just have fun. Having fun is one of the most important things you can do. Having fun is good.
Yes, having fun is very good. Yes. Yes.
I'm not
Always have
having fun. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no. Oh, who's a good boy? Oh shit.
I was born to shit and forced to wipe. I swear.
Oh my gosh. But yes, thank you all for watching. I believe in you all. You can make friends. Support me on Patreon. You can become my friend. No. For the low price of $1,000, you can become my friend. But yes, that was everything for this video. Thank you for watching. I believe in you all. You can make friends. And I hope you all have a great day, you beautiful creatures. Bye-bye. Rawr. That's gay.
Yo, that was the. You know what? I'm done with this shit. I was just doing this because I could.
Whoops. I tongued you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I got so much bloody anxiety. I'm probably gonna fucking squirty poo after this.